Oh, how do you do that every week?
Woody's at his age.
Good evening, boys and girls, and everyone of all ages. Welcome to the Jets Afterburners podcast. New York Jets CN16, and over there is Liam. This is the technical difficulty show here, where we're just trying our best to get these lines uncrossed. What's up, Liam?
Oh, the intro is just so good that we had to listen to it twice. That's all.
It was from last year's. And I'm like,
That's all it is.
hold on a second. But no Aaron Rodgers.
But not much, man. That's all right. We're in full tank mode here. That's what's going on. We're tanking.
That's what they say.
But we got some chats already, so just gonna say what's up to our man, the China King. Let's effing go. Time to tank. Vinny's in the chat. Sup, fellas? You are rocking Garrett Wilson. This is Garrett, but it might become a Pat Leahy jersey, once he's out of here, because we all know that's going to be happening sooner rather than later. And Dan, I'm going to steal a page out of your playbook, and I'm just going to change the back.
You got to do it. You got to do it. Well, you did it because that wasn't originally Wilson. It used to say Hackenberg, right? Hackenberg.
Yes. It said Hackenberg at one.
Yeah, but listen.
But anyway, man.
For tonight is going to be a very special night. A night where people might turn on me. And it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Because we got to go into history lane here. And before we do, we have to kind of make peace. Aaron Glenn will be the head coach of the 2026 New York Jets. Whether we like it, whether you don't like it, it doesn't matter. The New York Jets, when the first game of the season, with the little whistle, boop, gun, or maybe no gun, who knows, when they come out, the mascot, the dancing queen, Master Mean, is going to be Aaron Glenn doing cartwheels, doing a little shimmy. Yes. It's going to be Aaron Glenn. Like it or not. I, for one, have made peace with it. I'm in Zen. Do you understand what I mean, man? Like I
do.
I am so comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I'm very I think I'm good. I think I'm okay, man. I'm. You know why I'm good? Let me get into this. I'm in that mode as a psycho sick Jets fan where I know good things are coming. It's January 29th. And I have these Vietnam War scenes in my head of 1995, 96. And then all of a sudden, in my past life, when I wasn't even born, 1978, 77, the New York Giants. What? Giants? I'm not a Giant fan. And all of a sudden, Bill Parcells comes into my head, and I'm like, Bill Parcells? Yeah, Bill Parcells, you were 2 years old. They were 3-12-1, and Giants Nation wanted him gone. They didn't like him. They wanted him fired after his first year. And then the Maras did something. They kept him. The Maras kept a guy named Bill Parcells. Can we go down memory lane? Liam, would you be okay with this? Would you be okay as if I share some Giants history?
Sure, why not?
Hey, it's the other Jersey team. Let's look at this. This is the Nueva Jersey Giants. Okay, I think we had it bad. Last time they had a winning season before Parcells got there, it was 1972. While the Dolphins were celebrating their perfect season, the Giants were like, all right, we won 8 games and lost 6. Next year, 73, they won 2 games. 74, 2 games. 75, 5 games. 76, 3 games. Again, the Giants were the Jets. Let me say it again. What you see right now, the Giants with 4 Super Bowls, Jets with 1. Back then, Giants had 0 Super Bowls, Jets had 1. Jets were king of New York. And these guys were sucking. 1980, 4-12. Then 1981 happened. They got 2nd overall. They got a game changer in Lawrence Taylor, 9-7. New coach, Ray Perkins. Someone else that was on that team was a side coach named Bill Parcells. 82 happened. They won 4 games. They let go of Perkins. The Maras, the Tishes, they saw something special in Bill Parcells. The Tishes and the Maras, they're cheap owners. They didn't win nothing. They never won anything. They suck. Sell the team, Maras and Tishes. The Giant fans, they wanted Parcells out. And then 84 happened. So something about Bill Parcells' biography is that he started saying 1983, after that season, he had a year off of just self-reflection, self-assessment. What can I do? You know what? I might just have one more year left in 84. And if I'm going to do things, if they're going to fire me, I'm going to do things my way. And it's going to be on my shoulders. All the players, all the coaches, everyone. It's going to be on me. Every decision that I make, it's going to be because of Bill Parcells. And if I fail, I fail. I failed the coaches. I failed the players. I failed the fans. Lo and behold, 4 years later, the New York Giants became Super Bowl champions, and he was coach of the year. Now, I'm nuts, right? I get it. I totally understand this. I'm a nutcase. How do you compare this? The reason why I'm saying this is because now, Aaron Glenn going into the 2026 season, he hired a defensive coordinator who you might think is a puppet. I think so. We all know. And he is. Mr. Duke. He wasn't even part of the initial process. He's there. Who's going to be calling the defensive plays? It's going to be Aaron Glenn. That's who I want. I want him with an actual board. All right, this is what we're doing. Be invested in the game. I want that. Now, everyone's saying, I want him fired. I want him fired. I was one of them, right? All right. But I like this back against the wall kind of persona. I like this. I really do. I want the New York Jets right now to get players in here to buy in. No one's going to buy in. No one right now. Nobody. Not in January. But let him do his thing. Kirk Cousins, he's probably going to be a Jet. And if this fails, guys, which probably 90%, everyone feels that it's going to fail, that's cool. Good. Now we got Arch Manning. We have a stellar quarterback class, and we have everything that we need in order to lure a big time head coach. But as of right now, I'm cool. I like the underdog story. I like this. Put it on the coach's shoulders. The coach wants it. He wants all that smoke. He's Atlas. Go for it. I'm all in. I'm all ears. 6 rings. We may get to you a little bit later right now. And congratulations on the Super Bowl victory because you probably won. You know, you probably won. You probably won. Congrats. What do you think, Liam? Am I going? Did I just go full psychopath on you?
A little bit, sure.
Right.
But you're a Jet fan, so I don't expect anything less. I do agree to a degree, and this is the way I feel that the Jets should be doing things. If Aaron Glenn is going to be getting fired, which he most likely is, we all know this, go down your way. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Remember, he came in all fiery and we're built to win now and we're built for this. And then slowly but surely it turned into big ships turn slow, block by block.
Mm-hmm.
And it really just feels like he lost himself.
Right.
So bringing in the Dukester, maybe this is going to reset Aaron Glenn a little bit. You know, he could get back to, because I don't know if you guys listened, but today Robert Saleh had his press conference, his introductory press conference with the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
And the one thing he said is, and it's true, he's going to go back to calling plays because when he was with the Jets, he felt like he was the biggest cheerleader. Right. And he was.
Absolutely.
Until Aaron Glenn came out week 3 and, you know, busted a couple moves.
Yes.
So maybe this is, and if you look like around the league, a lot of the good coaches in the league, a lot of the top tier guys, Sean McVays, Andy Reid's, just name a few. Mm-hmm. What do they all have in their hand? A play sheet.
Huge.
It makes a difference. It does make a difference. So Aaron Glenn, he came here because of his defensive specialty. And he says, I'm not a defensive coach. I'm not an offensive coach. I'm a head coach.
Yes.
Well, guess what, Aaron Glenn? You're a defensive coach. And your defense was absolutely terrible last year.
Horrendous.
And it got to the point where a lot of our building blocks, our cornerstone pieces, drastically regressed. Jamie and Sherwood, probably the biggest one. But then you think about Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, Quincy Williams, Tony Adams, who was never that great. But the entire team got drastically worse under Steve Wilkes. So then you go out and you fire him early December. He should have started calling plays last year.
Right.
But maybe he realized this, and he's here to make a change now. He knows he's on the hot seat. The one thing about Aaron Glenn, say what you want about him, I don't think he's a dummy. He's a very smart man. It is a little strange, and Dan, I have a question for you in a second here. It is a little strange to me. We might even still have the picture if I could pull it up here. It's a little strange to me that Brian Duker was not part of this list. Do you think that's a little strange? And what I think is going on now, sorry for the long-winded answer, is, yeah, don't let go of the rope.
Love Aaron Glenn.
I think that we're going to be bringing in Frank Reich, and Woody Johnson doesn't want to pay 2 top coordinators. He doesn't want to dish out all this money because now he's still paying for Steve Wilkes. He's paying for this guy. He's paying for Tanner Engstrand still. So he goes, yeah, our offense is really bad, and we have no plan. We have no quarterback on offense right now. So I'm going to go, I'll get you Frank Reich. Yeah, he might be your buddy, but guess what? He wants to get paid too because he knows he's coming to a disaster.
Yep.
So we're going to give you Brian Duker, has defensive experience. You know him from Detroit, worked hand in hand with him. He's lesser of you. But why don't we pay you for what you were here to do? You're a defensive coach. Your defense got drastically worse. We're going to pay this guy not as much because he's a lesser coordinator, but this defense is on you. You need to fix it. You're the head coach. This is your team. You need to take control. Do you think that's what happened, why we hired Brian Duker?
Partially. I think you're right, right? But I do think it was more Glenn than anything else. I think he had a moment of reflection and saying, you know what? I was brought here. The New York Jets have something special throughout their history besides losing, obviously. But the silver lining with the New York Jets is that their defenses have always been known across the NFL. Freaking sack exchange, then late '90s, then
Yep.
Rex's defense bowls. It was always about defense, and the Jets lost. Even Salah, even we might be like against what he had, but he had a strong defense here. I think Aaron Glenn knows that the crux of the New York Jets is defense. So he doesn't want to deflect. Like, let's say if the defense goes south, he could say, "Oh, it's Martindale, it's Leonard. What is it? Jim Leonard." No, he got this guy. I don't know what the hell his name is again. Duke.
Brian
Whatever.
Duker.
Nobody knows. Not even people from One Jets Drive know who he is. But that's cool.
Yep.
That's fine. Now the Jets have that. Now I'm going to pivot to the offense. See, the offensive side, I think, is going to be very interesting. They interviewed 5 guys today, right? And it's not the burger guys. But I think 3 of the 5 will be hired in different roles, except for one of them. One will be offensive coordinator. I think the offensive coordinator will be Frank Reich. The passing game coordinator will be Greg Roman. And the quarterback coach will be Darrell Bevell. Now, what did Parcells have with the Giants, obviously, besides Lawrence Taylor? He had great coaches. I keep mentioning Bill Parcells because he has close ties with Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn and Bill Parcells, you'd think he hugs Woody. He's probably at Parcells' house every day, chirping, like, what do I do here? He said the first thing you want to do is surround yourself with people that know exactly what they're doing. And if there's a forte that you have, exploit it, utilize it. I think that's why he put himself in that defensive role. And it's not just only going to be defense. One thing that it was a double-edged sword with Aaron Glenn was that he was very aggressive, sometimes a little too aggressive. But you know what? In this league, like, let's say if Aaron Glenn has the Jets competitive, don't we want him to be aggressive? Yes. I want to win, man. I want to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like that we're bringing in experienced coaches, because I've been saying it all off season long before Glenn even got here that this job is too big for a first-time head coach. It's just not going to work here anymore, and so far it hasn't worked. So you're bringing in Frank Reich, a former head coach. You have Greg Roman that's been all around the NFL. So I like that we're bringing in these guys with all of this experience, because this is how Aaron Glenn's going to go. This is how he's going to grow. And it looks like he did do some reflecting. And I like that last year he put, what does that say? I can't even read that. Let's see. Oh, the sandwich.
No sandwich.
What is that?
No, China King. He wants to know what I'm eating. It's steak, butter, eggs, bacon, and that's it. Everything they tell you to stay away from, once you go this way, there's no stopping, man. It's life. It's amazing. Out of this world, dude. Out of this world. You were saying, I'm sorry. I always get intrigued with this.
Yeah, I know. We gotta we gotta bring back your Oh, there we go.
Oh, hi.
Hi. We gotta bring back your carnivore shows.
I will. Anyway. Yeah. I think it's coming. It's coming.
Anyway, getting back to business here.
Yes.
So this is how he's growing. He reflected last year at the end of the season. He was saying, I put that on me and it really bothers me. And I believe it really does bother him.
Mm-hmm.
So with him, I want experienced coaches. And it's no secret that nobody wants this job. And Pat McAfee was saying it today. It's a national headline at this point. Like, it's not just us Jet fans saying, "Ha ha," like nobody wants to work for Woody Johnson. It's becoming a national headline.
Right.
Can you see them maybe going to get a couple like senior advisor, like really just loading up this coaching staff? Because you look around the league, who's the one guy I was saying maybe don't, because we thought we were keeping Tanner, but maybe don't hire him as a offensive coordinator, but bring him in as an offensive role. Maybe somebody to develop the quarterback. The same guy that our old pal Robert Saleh hired today, Brian Dable.
Yeah.
I like bringing in ex head coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not talking about Nathaniel Hackett. I'm not talking about Steve Wilkes. These guys that were fired halfway through a season.
Right.
Legitimate head coaches, and I think Frank Reich is the perfect guy because Kirk Cousins got released today. He's snubbed the Jets 108 times throughout his career. It's, Kirk Cousins is that girl that the Jets have always tried to go after, and she's always said thanks but no thanks. That's Kirk Cousins. It may be a situation where this might work out now. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not a big Kirk Cousins fan. I liked him on the Vikings, but I think, and part of it was probably the Falcons, but he was just absolutely atrocious on the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have to start him for a couple of weeks, and that's the other thing, I'm not opposed to getting a quarterback in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
But in my honest opinion, before we even get into all of our draft content, Dan, I don't think there's a quarterback worth taking in this draft. I really don't.
I got to push back on that one. So I'm going to bring.
Before you push back on it, though, just to finish the point here, if we do bring in Kirk Cousins, I prefer Cousins over Kyler Murray. I just want to say that just because of the veteran quarterback experience, somebody that's willing to develop a quarterback. So you bring him in with Frank Reich, I think that a rookie quarterback can be successful here. And somebody's going to be taking these guys, whether it's us or, we draft a Ty Simpson or somebody else does. Ty Simpson will be playing in the NFL at some point. So why I might not think a quarterback is worth taking in this draft, I think they will be taken. So why not take a shot at one?
So that's the thing. Like if you bring in all these coaches, right? You bring in again Frank Reich here as offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, again, guys that have been there, have succeeded. Darrell Bevell, quarterback coach, and you bring in now. To me, Kirk Cousins would be a home run because now you have the room with 4 individuals, proven people that were successful in this league. You draft a quarterback. Let's go through here. I love Garrett Nussmeier. He had a better junior year than senior year. Ty Simpson, jury's out on him. I do like the intangibles that he brings, but he's one of those where kind of like how the Giants brought Dart. Probably game 6, game 7, bring him in, right? My wild card, the one that I absolutely love the most is Drew Allar. I love everything that he brings to the table. 6'5", rocket arm, physical. My only downfall with him is, he was a little erratic last year. He was. But with that being said, he also is coming off injury. I don't like that, especially after this whole, Travis Travis thing. We have to make sure how he is, how he's rehabbing. And I don't think is as that serious as Jordan Travis, but Drew Allar is my guy. Like, I would love the Jets to take a flyer on him. It's between him and Nussmeier for me.
What round do you plan on doing this?
Honestly, I would go probably second or third round, because the first 2 picks that we get in the first round, they have to be impact players right off the bat. Yeah, whether it's Bain or Bailey, that's fine. And then Lemon, wide receiver. We need another wide receiver. That's for sure. Linebackers we need. Free agency. I'm telling you guys right now, we're gonna spend like drunken freaking sailors, man. We are. The team's gonna be. The team's gonna be different, completely different, and we have to overpay. That's the other issue with this. You have to Reese, big time. Now, if there's someone, a team that is offering you next year's first in order to get to 2, and you are still within the top 5, you do it. You pull the trigger. You got
I
to
would
load up
absolutely
for
do it.
2027. You have to. And as long as you get your impact player, like if you have Bain higher on your board than Bailey and Reese, all right. You guys want Bailey or the other guy, Reese's Pieces? Go right ahead. Give me your first rounder next year. No problem. Fantastic. Let's do it. Now, as far as quarterbacks, I'm in, man. Second, third rounder. And whoever you get, you know for a fact that they're not going to be starting right off the bat. They're not. You got Kirk
You
Cousins.
can't.
You can't. You can't. Don't do it. Not yet. And then let the chips fall where they may at that point.
Yeah. So I'm not really not opposed to trading back at all and just recouping more and more and more draft.
Right.
Because let's face it, yes, we're being a little positive towards Aaron Glenn tonight, but I don't think he's going to be here in 2027. I think we're just delaying the inevitable. I want a Tomlin or a McDermott to come in here. You know that those are my two guys, either one of them.
Absolutely.
With the resources that we have this year. And when we did the show Tuesday night, we had even said that, within like the next 2 weeks or so, Glenn would probably be fired. I think he's calling plays to save his job. I think that's going to give him one more year.
Right.
So I'm not opposed to trading back. I just don't know who's going to want to trade up and for who at pick number 2.
Right.
There's not, last year, we had all these quarterbacks and this and that. I don't think there's a quarterback worth trading up for at 2, right? There's no quarterback worth taking second overall.
No one. Nobody.
Unless a team gets really desperate, but I can't even see a team being that desperate to do that.
Right.
And I'm not saying that there's not teams across the league that don't need quarterbacks. Every year teams need quarterbacks. But the 2 biggest teams that need quarterbacks are us and the Raiders.
Right.
And we know how that's going to go.
Well, that's why, like, you have a lot of other quarterback needy teams like the Arizona Cardinals who might want to unload Kyler Murray, right? I don't want him. I don't want him. Now, there is an interesting out of the box perspective, kind of like what Boomer Esiason was alluding to with Deshaun Watson, right? Hey, why not take a flyer on the guy? I don't want him. I don't, especially, the whole baggage behind it. But I will consider it on one condition. In the event they're dangling him just for tax purposes. No, I'm sorry, for cap purposes. All right, cool. Give me your 2027 first rounder. And that's it. You trade, you do the whole Brock Osweiler thing, and you cut him. You essentially are paying for that draft pick. Case closed. Now, next year in 2027, we have 4 first rounders. 4. I'm in. Count me in. We have the cap space. And I kind of wanted to get into Breece Hall. Do you see him as a New York Jet in 2026? Or do you see the Jets literally having him walk and say, you know what? We could have had a 4th rounder from the Chiefs. We decided to keep you. But you know what? You can go now.
I think we're going to keep him. I see him as a Jet next year. Honest opinion. And I don't hate it. I get it. Running backs are a dime a dozen, but that is one position that we have solid so far. And I don't know how far along Braylon Allen is with his injury, but it's a cornerstone that we already have.
Right.
We have so many holes on this team. I don't think that and I'm not saying it'd be wrong, and I would totally understand it if they moved on from Breece. But I don't think that this is the year to be creating more holes. Just my opinion.
I think you're right. I don't think that Breece Hall is going to be playing for another team. He's going to be playing for the New York Jets. And there is a possibility that he is going to get franchised. I think so. He's going to get franchised. The Jets do have the money. Will it look horrible when they franchise him? Yeah, it will. But maybe they could work something out long term. And by long term, I'm talking about probably 3-4 years or something. Maybe something, you see Saquon going to the Eagles and he just game changer right there. That was the missing piece for the Philadelphia Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Bam. Now, man, the whole Fernando Mendoza thing, right? Is he available? Is he available at 1? Would the Raiders even consider? Would the Raiders have a plan in place for 2027? The March for Arch that everybody's calling. Let me ask you something. Would you be okay trading 3 first-round picks, and you're trading not this year's first? Well, you know what? Yeah, this year's first. This year's first, ours. Next year's Colts and ours to move up and get Mendoza and lose your shot at Archie Manning.
Yes.
You would do it.
I would do it.
Wow.
It's steep. I'm looking at the quarterbacks now, so I'm just looking at their depth chart. So Geno's here, but he's going to be gone, most likely, or he'll just be a backup. And they have Kenny Pickett. I don't see another quarterback here. Oh, Aiden O'Connell.
I love him.
I do too.
I like him. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there is a possibility? I don't know what Geno's contract is, and I really don't care to look it up.
Oh, you want Geno to come here?
No. I'm just saying I don't know if it would make sense to cut him, release it. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Who's their head coach? Did they even hire a head coach?
No, not yet. I think they're one of the few teams because I know the Browns they hired Todd Monken yesterday, and Schwartz was upset. I think he punched him in the gut.
The Raiders are idiots, and this is kind of what China King was saying here. Would you guys be all in next year with Glenn if we did possibly land Mendoza if the Raiders are idiots and don't draft him?
That is
no.
Such a. I don't know. It all depends on how the season goes. If we win 7 to 8 games, that clearly gets us out of the Arch Manning sweepstakes, and that means Aaron Glenn has done something right. So all of this that he's doing right now, that would be fine. And that would be on the right trajectory, in my opinion. But if you have Fernando Mendoza and you win 3 games and it looks hideous, you move on from Glenn. But there's got to be some, and you know what, Liam? It's not going to take a lot if you think about it. Like, if 3 wins was the floor, if that was the floor, then 5 to 8 wins is conceivable for this team. And you see that and you're like, you know what? They did better. They did better than 3-14.
Well, let me ask you this. Does Fernando Mendoza play week 1? Well, Woody's going to want that because Woody's going to want to sell those jerseys and get butts into MetLife. But I think that would be such a disservice.
You know what? I know what you're saying, but I think this is where Aaron Glenn, what he's showing right now, that he's like the head honcho and he doesn't care what people say, what people think. I think he will go into Woody Johnson's office and say, you know what? I have a plan. All right.
Trust me, bro.
Freaking plan. You cannot get involved here. We have 3 top heads. It took me a while. I caught a lot of heat. We have Frank Reich as an offensive coordinator, Darrell Bevell, quarterback coach, Greg Roman, passing game coordinator. We have Kirk Cousins here. This kid is going to be really good. Fernando Mendoza. He cannot play right now. Let's ease him into it. And if you want, Woody, I'll open up the textbooks and I can show you all of these players that needed time to sit on the pine and they groomed. Steve McNair, for one, he waited his turn while Chris Chandler was playing in front of him. Then freaking Alex Smith started a full year before Pat Mahomes went in there. Joe Flacco, then Lamar Jackson came in. Eli Manning, Kurt Warner was playing lights out with the Giants.
The Packers.
And then this comes on. Packers, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love.
Exactly. And now for nothing, if Woody has to understand this, if you're willing to give up such a huge package deal for Fernando Mendoza, and I'm going to agree with you wholeheartedly, Liam, on this. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's say the New York Jets end up with the worst draft position, and they're at the top at 2027. Arch Manning could easily say, nope, I don't want to play for the New York Jets. You know how that it's going to hurt so much more than what every Jet fan is feeling right now. Like right now, it feels like rock bottom. But just to know that the season ended, we hold the first overall draft pick, all these emotions that we're all going through, and then come April, third week before the draft, second week before the draft, and then breaking news. Arch Manning is stating that he does not want to play for the New York Jets. He is willing to sit out. How would you feel? Be real. Like, we're screwed. We're screwed. If we could go back in time and trade away 3 first-rounders for Fernando Mendoza, we're doing it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would absolutely do it. Now, let me ask you this. Would you rather, if they say no to that, would you pivot and just go all in on a Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow?
I would go.
I think Joe Burrow is more available than Lamar, just to state the record, personally.
I think so as well. I think Lamar Jackson, I'm sorry. Joe Burrow would be our Matt Stafford. Like changing the fortunes of what the Rams had for so many years. I know you're real. You can't be fake. Nobody else would wear that thing around his neck.
Well, thinking's overrated, so.
Thinking is way overrated.
And that might even be. I wonder if it would be cheaper to go get a Joe Burrow than it would be trading up for Mendoza. And then with Joe Burrow, you kind of know what you're getting. You're getting Joe Burrow behind the greatest offensive line he's ever been behind.
That's right.
He's unhappy.
1,000%.
And I get it. The whole pushback with that is, oh, they're not going to do it. Yeah, because nothing crazy ever happens in the NFL. Nothing ever. A. B. Oh, well, they just went out and they traded they extended Chase and Higgins, and yeah, they really beefed up their offense for him. Is it getting to the point that the New York Jets are going to be at, that the Rangers are kind of like at, just kind of comparing all these teams? We've hit our ceiling with this guy. Yes, they made it to the Super Bowl. They haven't been back since, and there's been a lot of baggage along the way since then, since 2021, 2022, whatever year it was. And the New York Rangers are kind of going through that right now. I know Armand would love this. Where their general manager came out and said, hey, listen, we're trading everybody. And I almost respect that, so kind of like, hey, don't buy jerseys. Like, these guys are all going to be gone.
Right.
So exactly. I wonder if it would be cheaper to get a disgruntled Burrow. That we've been talking about this for a long time. We heard the comments throughout the season that football's not fun, and if you're not having fun, why are you doing this? Would you trade the second overall pick to get Joe Burrow? But the only problem with it, I think you would. Yeah, I know you would. I would do the same thing. The only problem this year with that is you can't take your quarterback at 2. And that's exactly, I think, what the Bengals would want to do. That's the only thing that makes sense, right?
unless you give them next year's first as well. If you give them next year's first, then there's a possibility because you
I
give
wonder
them.
if they roll next year with Flacco. Is he back next year? I don't even know.
We don't know. Well, we have no idea. Let me just throw this up here. There is a possibility that they might go with Flacco, but it all depends on how high they value these picks and these quarterbacks. Like me, honestly, it just has that ring to it. Joe, the last time besides Joe Flacco, like the guy's 9 years old. He still has a good 6-7 years worth of good football.
Yes.
Right then and there, and you beef up this offensive line. Like you could even go and get Linderbaum for Baltimore. Everybody's linking Linderbaum to the Giants with Harbaugh. Not if the money's right. Bring him to the Jets. You keep Tippmann where he is. Move him out.
I wonder if we give the Bengals what we would give the Raiders to get Mendoza.
I'm in. I mean, I'm sick.
But I don't even think it would cost that much because he's not happy there.
He's going to cost. He's going to cost you 3 first-rounders. He is.
Okay.
Because the moment he goes on the market, it's a bidding war. It's a bidding war. Don't even get surprised if a 4th first-rounder is thrown into the mix. I know nobody wants, but what do we have? Eagle Fang, what do we have? What are we going into this with? We're going into this 2026 season with nothing there and just like a boatload of hopium. Yeah, Arch Manning next year. Well, 2027 is going to be the greatest quarterback draft class of all time. That's exactly what they said of 2025. They said that. They said Nussmeier. Alar. Oh, can't miss with Alar. Oh my goodness. Mendoza. Mendoza wasn't even in the mix. He wasn't in it. No one even knew who Indiana was. To me, the iron is hot right now, and Joe Burrow is there. You do everything you can to get him. You go down swinging. You got your quarterback. And we all know that Aaron Glenn, he has come from a lineage of head coaches that did not develop quarterbacks. They were already proven. They were veterans. They were coming into their own. Parcells, he saw it firsthand with Vinny Testaverde. Then this guy goes to the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees, right there. Goes to the Detroit Lions, Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford for a year, and then Jared Goff. All made. I think, to be honest, in a lame duck year, if we want to call it that, and Glenn is just doing his shots. This is him. Not only that, Liam, let's say they let go of him. The franchise is going to be even that much more attractive, right? Isn't that the common theme? Oh, nobody wants to go to the Jets. They have no quarterback. Now, what's the narrative going to be now? The narrative is going to be like, oh, for Joe Burrow, he's washed. It's always a negative. That's why I'm so with you on this. Like when people are like, oh, Joe Burrow, that'll never happen. There was so many blockbuster trades that have happened in the NFL. Eric Dickerson going for the Rams to the Colts. Marshall Faulk, another guy. It happens Tyreek Hill. All of a sudden, Tyreek Hill. The Jets are on the clock. All right, I'm freaking, we're getting Tyreek Hill. And all of a sudden, the Dolphins come in.
Yep.
He wasn't on the block.
No. That's what I'm saying. I do think that there is a market for Joe Burrow. But I don't think that there's a million teams willing to trade. And not only that, there's not a million teams that can make that trade that we can. They can't offer what we can offer.
Right.
I would throw players in there defensively.
Everyone's on the table. Everyone's on the table.
Everybody becomes available.
Everybody becomes available. If I can get my franchise quarterback, I think that's what's a problem with a lot of Jet fans. And I hate to harp on it. It's 100% true. The majority of Jet fans, no, not Jermaine Johnson. No, not him. Or whoever other Jet good player. Not anything for a franchise quarterback. I'm going to be honest with you. If we had Joe Burrow last year, I could guarantee you the Jets would have won 7 games. Easily.
At least.
Easily. 7 games. First game of the season, 100%. The game against the Dolphins, bank it. Bank it. Without a doubt. The Buccaneers game, 100%. Win that game. It's a different dynamic when you have an actual franchise quarterback as opposed to a game manager, a running back playing quarterback.
Yeah, just don't cost me the game.
Yeah, just,
don't lose me. You don't have to win the game for me, but just don't lose it for me.
Yeah, 100%.
You want somebody, and that's what Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be. And it didn't work out. So I don't know if this is going to scare Woody. I could see that being something that scares Woody, A. And B, do you want to do that with a coach on the hot? See, this is kind of like a double-edged sword question. Do you want to do that with a coach on the hot seat? Yes, Woody might want to because he doesn't want to have to go through this coaching cycle again.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't go with this or let's say we get Burrow, probably saves Aaron Glenn's job for another year.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't, now do you have to find a coach that wants to inherit him? In comes Tomlin, who knows him from the same division, playing him twice a year for multiple years.
Great point. 100%.
And knows what this kid's capable of. And the New York Jets were the only team in the NFL last year that had the same starting 5 offensive linemen for the entire season.
Yep.
And Joe Burrow, the injury, the turf toe, the shoulder, the knee, the back, the butt, the head, whatever. I'm not saying all of that is on his team, but a lot of that has to do with the offensive line. We could give him the best offensive line he's ever played behind. Yes, we don't have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but we have Garrett Wilson, unless he becomes a part of that trade package. What a wide receiver room that would be for the Bengals. Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, and T. Higgins.
I don't think that they will be able to afford that. I don't know. Well, maybe they would, but I don't think. As much as I don't mind, you throw them in there. I don't care. Again, like I said, I want my franchise quarterback. I don't think.
What am I going to do with this jersey, though? It's going to have to become Pat Leahy.
It would. But
damn it,
the 4 first-rounders or the 3 first-rounders would be more than enough. And now at that point, you would have the us versus the world mentality. You would have Aaron Glenn going down swinging. You would have the offensive coaches, that side of the ball, straight up. I think you would have those 3, the ones that I kind of aforementioned before, with Bevel, Reich, and Roman, even going to Cincinnati and having a sit down with Burrow and be like, come to us. We have everything, whatever you want, we'll have it set. Not a la Aaron Rodgers, not like that. Not, you want this guy, you want this guy. No. We will make sure that you're going to be in a position to flourish, and we will absolutely protect you. 100% max protection. We're going to get you weapons. We're going to get you everything that you need to succeed. And in New York, you win there, you're immortal. You'll be Joe 2.0. Broadway Joe. Imagine that. Another Joe to break the other Joe's curse. Amazing.
Come on, Joe.
Hey, Joe, what do you know? Womp, womp.
I don't think it's that crazy.
I don't think so.
I really don't. And like you said, I think 3 firsts will be enough to get that deal done, because we see trades all across. And maybe, to New York Jets superfan 1, to his point, how many top 5 quarterbacks do you see getting traded? Is Joe Burrow a top 5 quarterback right now?
Jay Cutler was.
Jay Cutler was.
Nobody
Where,
expected that.
where would you rank Joe Burrow right now? So I think Josh Allen is 1.
Hmm.
Do you go Mahomes 2 still,
Still Mahomes. Still
right?
Mahomes. Yep.
Lamar,
Lamar, Matt
Hurts.
Stafford.
Yeah, Matt Stafford maybe over Hurts.
I wouldn't put Hurts in this. I wouldn't put him.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's a good point.
I'd still put Joe Burrow ahead of Hurts right now.
I want to ask the chat too. Name your top 5 quarterbacks. Put it in the chat. Let's see what you guys have. Joe Burrow is definitely top 10.
Yes. You see,
What does
yeah,
Vinny
I'm
think?
with it.
John
I'm
Gruden,
100%.
John Gruden is not coming here. He made that very clear, and I don't think he's going to block. He's going to block the Jets.
Well, can I kind of be the advocate for Vinny on this one? I think that phone call started something. It started something, man. Whether it was Aaron Glenn that initiated that or Woody, whatever the case is. No, Cutler was a top 5 when he was with Denver, not with the Bears. As soon as he wanted out, everybody
Lamar.
wanted his services. Everybody, everyone.
Does my jersey look like a bib?
Well, those are the
Aren't
Nike
they supposed
jerseys.
to be a little big?
The Nike jerseys are like that. They're like that. You know? No. That's what I'm saying. He was up and coming, and he was a top 5 quarterback with the Broncos. He was a monster with the Broncos. And then when he wanted out because McDaniels came in and wanted Matt Castle over Cutler, at that point, everybody wanted him. Not MVP stats. He was
I am
top
all
5.
for this.
Bring back the Reebok jerseys, 100%. Absolutely.
Nike really butchered these because do you remember when these were Reebok and it was almost like this color green? It seems like they redeemed themselves now, considering this is like the throwback. But
Now, but those stripes were more on the sleeve. It wasn't on the shoulders.
they were more though I know it's small, but the one thing besides that bothers me about this jersey is I wish we had the Jets patch right here, like the originals had. I don't know why that's. I guess because it's a Super Bowl one, not the 98 to 2018 one. But do you remember in 2012-ish when they switched to Nike, they butchered this color green.
They did.
It was atrocious.
Horrendous.
And
But
this is
also-
like I remember like being like with the whole Reebok thing, like growing up watching Curtis Martin play and Wayne Corbett, and then later on with the Rex Years and Sanchez. I remember that green was so like crisp. It really like popped, but it wasn't too green. It
Exactly.
yeah, yep.
And the numbers
And then-
and the nameplate, the names are big, like the letters. They were big. The ones behind you, it says Little Wilson.
Yep. Yeah, Little Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah, little. It's
Little Wilson. Little
It's not
Wilson.
Little Wilson.
But
You know?
it seems like they got it right now. The only thing I do wish that they had the patch here, but I'm just being picky. But it'd be a cool point because I mean this kind of looks like a high school jersey.
Mm.
You know?
They're like
But-
soccer jerseys.
Yeah. But I remember that green just got butchered and it looked so flat and dark. At times it looked like a brownish gray.
Oh,
It was disgusting.
that's how mine came out this morning.
Yeah.
Not good. Need more fiber. But yes, I'm with you, Eagle Fang. Bring back the 90s jerseys too. Bring them back.
I like the jerseys that we have now though.
I like them. I like, but we need to start winning. Like that's the big one. And that I think like Lamar Jackson, the only way he's going to get traded is if the Raiders trade with them. No way. I don't know. Because would Brady be okay with Lamar Jackson? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, truthfully.
No, I would love Lamar Jackson. I got to be honest. I've always been a big Lamar Jackson fan. He moves the needle for me. You know, he does what he needs to do, wins games, throws touchdowns. He does get hurt, but
So does Burrow.
so does Burrow. And maybe that's, I mean, you got one of the candidates who was the offensive coordinator of his, Greg Roman. I don't think he likes him that much. So that might not be a
Yeah.
possibility. But I'm all in on Joe Burrow, man.
I think Lamar Jackson is safe, and that's one of the main reasons that they moved on from Harbaugh.
Mm,
I really do.
you're probably right.
I don't think that they're going to be moving on from both. I think it came down to Harbaugh or Jackson, and they picked Jackson.
How let's go back to Joe Burrow. How deep is this like with him? Like I think it's broken. I really think it's broken. No, it's a no for me, man. It's a no on Kyler. Mac Jones,
I'd consider Mac.
to a certain point, but
Yeah, he doesn't
I'd
move the
rather
needle.
I'd rather go all in on Joe Burrow or bring in Cousins and draft a quarterback, have a strong quarterback room there, and get your Frank Reich, obviously Greg Roman and Darrell Bevel. I'm good with that. But as far as
Oh,
Kyler, I don't think he's a bridge.
so it does appear that there's news with this whole Joe Burrow thing.
Oh,
The
share it.
Vikings are in play for Joe Burrow.
But what would they give?
I don't know. But 2 days ago, Joe Burrow trade talks for Vikings runs into a brick wall. Joe Burrow's teammate, Chase Brown, says quarterback Joe Burrow isn't going anywhere amid rumors. So the Vikings, yeah, they should trade for a quarterback. You're not wrong. But so there's definitely smoke to this, and that just solidifies that we're not just blowing smoke out of our rear ends here.
But this is what I don't understand. This is where I don't think it makes sense for the Vikings. Okay, so they get rid of Joe Burrow. The Vikings are competitive as they are, right? Like if they get their first rounder, 3 first rounders, whatever the case is, they're going to be picking in the mid 20s. They're going to be picking 23, 24. They trade with the Jets. Oof. No, that's the thing. I hear
This
what you're
is
saying.
the thing right here. This is the best. This is true.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with this. I'm with it. I'm with it. Either you're going to win games or you're going full tank, and it's going to be indicative how this offseason goes. You know, but to Vinny's point here, I
I
don't
think
know, man.
I think they would do it to try to save Glenn's job. Truthfully,
See, I don't know about saving the job. I think it would be more to get things to what he wants, right? Like this is his year. He needs to make playoffs this year in order to save his job, right? He has to showcase to management, hey, look, I got rid of all of the coachings that I wanted, all of them. This is all brand new. This is going to be all on me, but I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback, and this is going to work. Woody's going to do, he will do it. One thing is for sure, guys. As much as we might hate Woody, but when it comes down to players, he will pay and he will overpay. Because right now, if you think about it as a Jet fan, there is no optimism whatsoever. You
no.
look at the Jets, you're like, all right, the draft is coming. There's no Fernando Mendoza. That Bain guy is cool. Bailey, Lemon, wide receiver from USC. Ty Simpson, he doesn't do it for me. But Joe Burrow
If
comes in.
Gruden comes here, I will gladly buy you. I'll buy you a 12-pack, Vinny. I'll drink it with you too.
I'm all in on this. That's what I wanted to talk about before. So, if we have Joe Burrow here, Gruden is a perfect match, man. Perfect match.
I don't think he's coming here. I get it. It was a little insulting to have him work under Glenn, but I think that's even more of like a slap in the face. I don't think he's coming here. I think it has to be a Tomlin. I think Tomlin would be the perfect fit for that, truthfully. And I got the whole, oh, well, you never get past the first round of the playoffs.
He won a Super Bowl.
Could we? He's been to 2. Could we even get to the playoffs? Could we have fun in December? I mean, say what you want about Aaron Rodgers, and I'm not saying bring him back, and I'm kind of past that now. But they were fun in December.
Right.
You know?
Can we win 5 games?
Yeah. I would be so in on McDermott or Tomlin.
Yeah.
I'd be more in on Tomlin if we get a veteran quarterback. I don't in
Mm.
the whole, oh, well, he can't develop a quarterback talk about Tomlin. He never had to, and the whole Kenny Pickett thing failed, but I trust that he has enough sources around the league and enough connections where he could bring in his guys, and that might be a motivating thing for him. Hey, listen, that is my knock around the league. It's that and the whole not moving past the wild card around the playoffs. I'm calling, this might be his Hail Mary.
You know what the beauty of this would be? I'm gonna play a little conspiracy theory here.
You gonna get some
Let's
music
say-
going again, or?
No, I distracted me earlier. So, not for nothing, Gruden has a lot of dirt on Goodell. A lot,
Yeah.
right? So now he becomes the Jets head coach with Burrow. Everything's going well. And then there's these ticky-tack flags. And you know that it's kind of on purpose. It's deliberate. And Gruden ain't no slouch. He knows what's going on.
Yep.
It's Goodell trying to pull the game. He could easily kind of inadvertently tell Goodell, keep playing this shit. Keep playing it. And then before you know it, the emails are going to start flying. Now it's going to go polar opposite. You could just pull Josh Allen's face mask, turn him around. They're not going to call the flag with the Jets. They won't. That's why I look at it as a win-win with the Jets if they do in fact go with Gruden and he has an experienced quarterback. I would love it. Sign me up.
So this is what we're going with on why Tomlin shouldn't come here.
Test.
That threw me off for a second. I thought there was something going on. I was like, oh. But yeah, I would be all over it. And you're right. I really don't think Gruden would come here. I think there's a better shot of Tomlin coming here than Gruden. But let me ask you, Dan, if in your personal opinion, if it came down to Tomlin and McDermott, who are you taking? They're both available. They're both willing to take the job for the same price. You have to pick between the two.
Personally, McDermott.
I would too.
I like McDermott. I really
do. I like Tomlin's attitude and stuff. Though I like the whole no nonsense. I think back to when he was yelling at Broderick Jones.
Yes, I like the yelling.
He told Broderick Jones to shut up a couple of times. You need that though. Shut your ass up.
Shut up.
That's what the Jets need. Thought Johnny was here from Hempstead.
Oh no. No. Oh no. Let's see here. Oh well. I mean,
they'll never come here.
They'll never come here.
I say if, but excuse me. I say if, but it's a more when Aaron Glenn doesn't work out. You cannot run it back again. And I know we've said this in the past, but I'm going to repeat it. This job is too big for a first-time head coach. Thank you. Mark my words, though, Dan, and I think you'll agree with me on this. When it doesn't work here with Glenn, I don't think it's a matter of if. I think it's a matter of when it doesn't work with Glenn. They're going to go all in for a prominent head coach.
I agree. I couldn't agree. No. He never did it. He never
won't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, he never do it. Can't do it. Nope. No, ain't doing it. Nope. Mm-mm. But when he does it, when he finally does it, this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Give me Burrow. One step. You're probably right, Greg. You're probably 100% right. You probably
He is.
won't. You know, but we gotta. You know what the thing is? A lot of Jet fans have not reached that point yet, where, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's freaking January 29th. We just got off. It's off the heels of one of the worst performances. The worst. Oh my God, that's great. Oh.
Oh, that comment made me laugh.
Can you feel the tension? Can you feel the tension between him and Armand?
I'm waiting for Armand to go back at him so badly right now. Oh, here he is.
There he is. Are you?
No.
No, I didn't say next week. I said eventually. Can't hold a job forever.
You want to come on, Ephraim? Let's see. Armand, you coming on too?
Listen, man, I got to bolt out of here. If you want to bring him on, I got to get going. I got to go sleep. I don't wake up.
I do too. I'll give him. Yeah. Never mind. Don't come on.
Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. If I had the late shift, there's no problem, man. I was just freaking dead tired.
I'm working overnight this weekend.
Oh, are you?
I think there's going to be a snowstorm.
Another one?
Yeah. Don't set up, Armand. I'm really not. Yeah. Next.
No. Look, put the fire extinguishers away.
Cover the outlets.
All right, please.
Yeah, I was told don't expect to be home before 3 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, well, there's going to be a snowstorm. Is that going to affect what we're doing? And I got a maybe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I thought it's hitting more of the Carolinas in the south, more than us.
That's hurricanes.
Vortex. No, this cold vortex.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatevs. I mean,
whatever they need me to do, they need me to take, shots from the front and the back, whatever it is, I'm gonna die for my. Whatever they need me to do.
That's Tomlin dealing with Mendoza.
Yeah. This is gonna be great, man. This is fun.
Oh, maybe an inch.
Huh. All right, not that.
All right, well then maybe it's shifting.
I'll take out my vacuum cleaner.
My neighbor had a backpack leaf blower, and he was blowing the snow. It was working.
Was it?
At first it was, and then it started sleeting, and then not so much.
Did he pull out the rake?
Yeah. I wanted to go give him like one of those like contractor bags.
Did he seed?
Yeah, you see, and he's running over with the lawnmower. That's what we should do. We should start sucking up the snow.
You start aerating. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Good for him.
It's great.
Oh my god, that's nice. Look, they're coming together. What is this? This side. Oh no! Oh no! Oh man, that's foul, man. Oh, over there in Connecticut, it's getting that bad. Oh, no good.
Ken Kniff from Connecticut is going to be snowed in.
How much snow can you get?
I don't know. All right, well, I think this is the part of the stream where.
I think so.
Is that guy that used to call in?
Yes. No, not for nothing. That was a crystal ball of the 2026 New York Jets season. What's this? That's the draft.
That's the yeah.
That's the draft.
Oh.
Oh my
right.
gosh, man. Come on. That's no way to end the show. Come on.
Come on, guys. Hug and make up.
Hug it up. Hug it up.
I like that he just knows it's not me. Like, you know, like I'm gonna come on one day. I'm gonna do something crazy that you know, you're not gonna think it's me, and I'm gonna take all the credit for it.
I don't know.
You know what that
where
crazy
he was going with that.
Yeah, I know. Let's not get canceled.
How did he know?
The crazy thing is going to be, you know, like like working Wi-Fi and, you know, a good setup. One of these days.
Yeah, then we'll get really canceled because then they'll really
Yes.
hear what we're saying. He's definitely showing up, 100%.
He's going to be in the suite again, like he was week 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. This guy got cash, man. Fucking cash.
He couldn't even take. He took a couple pictures. I'm like, come on, you know, like as a part of like the Afterburners family, get us some good content. Sends me like 2 blurry pictures.
Right, that was the Secaucus line that he came off.
I was just gonna say that. You know?
Yeah, and then he went to, but then he forgot to get off. You know, where is he? Jersey City, something like that.
I don't know. Somewhere
And
in
he
Jersey.
got off of he got off of the the Hempstead. Over there.
I did not pay for the ticket, so you snuck in.
Oh no, it goes like this. It goes like this.
Oh.
Next stop. Nine less subscribers.
We're tanking.
We're definitely tanking. We're absolutely tanking. Oh my God. With that being said, to all the 58 people watching, please don't forget to hit the subscribe. It really does mean a lot.
What
It's
other
family.
Jet YouTube channel is giving you guys train sounds?
Yes, exactly.
We're unique. What other YouTube channel has Woody Johnson and Armand fighting?
No one.
No one.
Said no one. Anyway, everybody, have a great night. Go Jets. And Joe Burrow, man, the dream is alive. Aaron Glenn is still here. He ain't going nowhere. Thank goodness.
Shout out to the Duker.
Yeah, we got a Dookie. Boop.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braylon Edwards taking off. Braylon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80. First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6. Deep down the field, and it's caught by Santana.